Good morning. Ooh. How are you this morning?
I'm living the dream.
It is 9 a.m. Central Time on October 21st.
Friday.
If you are watching us live. If not, we don't know what time it is. Welcome to our weekly recap. A weekly recap of our lives.
Yeah. Can't blame me if you don't want to watch.
Yeah, I really know. My name is Cindy. This is my husband, Matt. This is our channel, and we are full-time resellers. And every week we go live and say what is going on in our world. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yep.
Which is evidently not good for the YouTube conversion rate.
The algorithm.
Yeah. You're just supposed to show your wins and the great things that you're doing and all of that. And you're not supposed to go live. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's stop this live right now.
You're supposed to do pre-recorded something. So. But clearly, that's just not who we are. Hey, Mama Small, how are you this morning?
I thought you said hotel.
You might need new glasses. So, this is our weekly recap. Good morning, Lisa. So this week has been...
It's been interesting.
I feel like every week is busy. We always say that. But yeah, this week has been interesting. That's a good way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way of putting it. We, as always, buy stuff to sell on Amazon, sell stuff on Amazon. And we've even done some buying stuff to sell on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
To sell on eBay.
To sell on eBay. To sell on eBay. What, are we repeating ourselves today?
I don't know.
What's going on?
I got nothing this morning. So we've been doing a little bit of that. Also this week,
KDP.
A lot of KDP this week. Mm-hmm. Some merch, some Etsy, all the things.
Went to a thrift store yesterday. We went to a couple yesterday.
We did. We went to the first thrift store and then realized, so we had not been to this thrift store since February of 2020, and it's no longer there.
Oops.
Things change in 2.5 years. You were supposed to figure out where we were going.
I did. I got you there. I mean, you went to the right place.
Just took a little bit of a 30-minute detour to go to a different one. So yeah, we went to a couple thrift stores yesterday, which you enjoy.
I do. I love it.
You enjoy the thrift store.
Oh, yeah, I don't have a problem with it when you're finding good stuff.
Not so much.
At a reasonable price.
For the resale of it. Yeah, the one we went to yesterday was super pricey. But no, I don't love the eBay sourcing as much as I do the Amazon sourcing.
I know.
And you are exactly the opposite.
I do. Yes.
You like the eBay sourcing.
The thrill of the hunt.
And not so much the Amazon sourcing. So kind of fun though.
I'm a free spirit.
You are. Go.
You like the scripted life, and I
like to walk in and buy 10 of the same product and walk back out within 15 minutes and be done.
Mm-hmm.
It's a better ROI on your time. I just can't get around that. It's just a better ROI for your time. But you do enjoy it, and as we have time, there's opportunity there. We will continue to.
Well, and we're selling the stuff that we picked up at our last stop.
Yes.
So.
Yes, we are. And there are good margins there. So, yeah. But you have to enjoy what you're doing. Or what's the point of doing this?
This is true.
So, if you enjoy it, we can do some of that also.
Thank you.
But the whole purpose of today's video, content of today's video was Amazon ads and how not to do Amazon ads. So, I feel like I need to kind of explain Amazon ads for anybody who doesn't either sell on the platform or isn't aware. So Amazon has an ad placement program for products that you sell FBA Merchant Fulfilled, for their KDP site, and for their Merch by Amazon site, which is now called Amazon Merch on Demand, I think. Anyway, And so you go in and you can target things a lot of different ways, but one of the ways that people do it is to target a keyword. So if you're selling this Columbia pullover, you might target the words Columbia and pullover. And then you set a bid. And so you say, for the word Columbia, I am willing to bid this amount of money for my item to be shown at the top. Okay, so everybody gets to set their own bid. And then you say, and I'm willing to spend X amount of dollars every day on the bid for this. When someone goes in and clicks that, that is when you're charged. So it's a pay per click ad campaign. So this week, we've been working a lot on KDP, not just on the book that I wrote, but also
the low content stuff.
So think planners, journals, things that you write in would be considered low content. So I was going in to set up some ad campaigns. A friend gave me a clue on, kind of a different way to look at it, whatever. So I go in. Now, mind you, it is 4 a.m. when I do this. Now, I am an early person. I'm always up incredibly early. But I had not been up for that long. And I had not had enough caffeine or sleep to be messing with ad campaigns. So I do this at 4 a.m. And when you go in and you select Columbia pullover, it gives you a suggested bid. Okay, so
I wonder what they based those on.
From my understanding, it is based on the average bid that it is taking in order to get that top slot. So I go in and I start, 10 or 15 of these campaigns. And when you go in to your bid, you have to type it if you don't want the default amount. Now, keep in mind, the default amounts were much higher this week because Prime Day just happened. And so people were bidding super high to get their items at the top of search for Prime Day. So in order to not have the default, you have to go in and you type in, 10 cents or whatever you want. And then you click apply. That apply button is very important. Because if you don't click apply,
it doesn't apply.
It doesn't apply. So you look at your screen and you think I put in 10 cents for all of these keywords, but you didn't because you didn't click apply. And so then at like 10 a.m., you go in and all of your budgets are maxed out for the day. And you go, how did I spend quite so much money on ads in such a short period of time?
And did we get a lot of sales from those high dollar ads?
0. Because instead of spending 10 cents a bid, I was spending like $6 per bid. So it was one click. So when that one person didn't buy, yeah, it's a slightly costly mistake across all of those campaigns to have all of them max out. So,
oopsie.
Yeah, Lisa, it wasn't my finest moment, but
what was your finest moment?
Marrying you.
Wow.
See what I did there? So I messed that up pretty hardcore this week. But nonetheless, then I went in and changed all those bids way back down so that we can still, Amazon ads are a great way to spend a lot of money. They're also a great way to lose a lot of money, as evidenced by, but you can lose a lot of money on them just even at 10 cents a bid.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because if you are not targeting the keywords that are going to convert to sales, and it will give you like a default list of keywords. And some of them, like women's clothing might be one of the defaults for this. Well, nobody going to women's clothing is going to buy this.
Looking for a men's.
Yeah. So now I'm, I'm paying for placement in something that isn't going to convert. And so figuring out, okay, yeah, this keyword converts and this keyword doesn't, so I need to put more money against this and turn off that. It can, like, I understand why people are like running ads as a full-time job in and of itself, because if you have a lot of product that you are trying to push on Amazon's platform,
you're going to make a mistake sooner or later.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And every single day you need to be checking those ads and seeing how they're going.
You have to tell them when to stop, or
so you can say like, okay, I want this ad to run from October 21st to October 31st. Like, you can do that. And then you can say, I'm only willing to spend $5 a day on this. And so then it will, cut it off at $5 a day. But you could waste that entire $5 every single day on every single ad.
Oh, especially if you don't have it with
dialed
the right keywords. In. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So figuring out those keywords and going back into other third-party software to figure out the best converting keywords, and it's kind of a process. And KDP allows you different ways. There are more options within KDP for ads, is what I'm trying to say. Whereas with merch, it's basically just manual or automatic, meaning manual, you put in the keywords, automatic, you let Amazon decide. And then with the products, you're basically just saying, I will bid. It's super duper easy. But I think that a lot of people don't understand when they see Amazon sellers who are selling physical products, like they're going and doing RA or whatever. And they're like, this person has a lot of sales. They're doing so great. I don't think that they all understand that a lot of those people are using ads. Mm. And so how are they getting the buy box so often? They're spending their way to the buy box. And that's not necessarily a bad business move.
No, but technically you could be losing money just to get the buy box. I mean,
absolutely.
It's devils in the details.
Absolutely. And so they no longer just have their cost of goods and their Amazon fees, but they also have these Amazon ad fees on top of that. So yeah, it's just like eBay and promoted listings. And now eBay has this additional promoted listing thing, which I need to figure out. Totally honest here, I have not even looked at it. So eBay promoted listings, you could always, you set a percentage. So it's a little bit different, but you're setting a percentage of the cost of the item to get it to the top of search. They now have an additional promoted listing feature. For an additional amount of money, you can be on like checkout pages or like the sell similar, like
different placements.
Yeah, different placements to put your item so that it can get seen, because getting seen is hard. Just is. It's 2022. There's a lot of sellers.
There's a lot of sellers. There's a lot of platforms.
Yeah. So getting your item in front of those buyers is paramount.
Mm-hmm. So, and that goes by with what we talked about last week with best offers.
Mm-hmm.
You've got somebody already interested.
Exactly.
That brings it more important.
Yeah. So this coming week, I want to look at that other promoted listing portion of eBay and see, and do some A/B testing on some older items, to see if I would promote them over here, would that increase those sales at all? Yep. We'll see. eBay's been doing well though.
Yeah, absolutely.
eBay's doing really well.
Yeah, eBay is not dead. Not dead at all.
We've done some work the last couple of weeks, or I've done some work the last couple of weeks, to optimize the listings that we already had on eBay to get them back to the top of search so that they would sell. So paid attention to all of those traffic metrics, play with a few things so that you can.
Yeah, see, does this really work, or am I just spinning my wheels?
Yeah. Is this item really just a dud, or does it just need to have the listing optimized? So without having to pay, like, there are legit people who are paying like 50% for promoted listings to get to the top of search. No. 2. That's my top percentage. 2. I'm over here. I'll give you 2%. How do you feel about 2?
I'm sure they'd prefer 50.
I'm sure they would prefer 50, but holy cow. Again, I don't think that people always understand when you see, the amount they suggest is insane. I agree. It's like the ad campaign on Amazon. Like, really? $7 for that? What? No.
Yeah, I could see you getting yourself into a lot of trouble with promotions.
Oh, absolutely.
Quickly.
Absolutely. I think, though, a lot of people see, these people that'll post online that they have all these sales on eBay. Again, what percentage are you giving back to promoted listings to sell that item?
Mm-hmm.
Like, those are all things that at least I wonder.
Well, and it's the whole discussion of I can sell one item and make more money than someone who sold 100 items, theoretically.
Yeah. Yeah. And so they show that they had.
Yeah, I sold 100 items yesterday.
And I had all of these sales, but your net profit.
Yeah.
It's a different conversation. You have to watch the promotion. I hate this, Mama Small. You have to watch your promotion percentage. I noticed they changed on some of mine.
That's not okay.
That's not okay.
That's not okay at all.
No, I set that number. You need to abide by it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not okay with somebody else changing it because that's our money. And we do that based off of the net profit that we want to see off of this item, off of our business as a whole. So yeah, no, I would not be okay with that. So working a lot of ad campaign types of things this week and figuring out, okay, this works, this doesn't, what keywords need to go in listings, what keywords need to come out of listings, all of those kinds of things so that more items can sell. I honestly don't notice any higher success with promoting at 7 to 8% versus 3 to 4 for the resale. Yeah, I think that really, especially depending upon what you're selling, is what I'm trying to say. So if there are, 10 items listed and you can promote at 3% and be in the top 3 or 7 to 8 and be in the top 1.
Well, and if there's only 10 items, I wouldn't even promote it.
Yeah,
you're showing up on the front page anyways.
Exactly.
You got to look at that. You got to look at what's the rarity of this item.
Yeah.
How many people am I up against?
Yeah. Versus like a Columbia pullover, there's going to be a million of them. And so you might see more of a difference there. For the resale of it sells super cool items.
Unique items, yeah.
You probably don't even need. But yeah, for something more bread and butter general, you might see a big difference. I'm not going to know because I'm too cheap for that. It just is what it is. And honestly, if you get your keywords right and you get your descriptions right and you're using the right item specifics and all, I feel like there's enough other levers that you can pull so that you don't have to.
Yeah.
Sometimes promoted are showing at the bottom of the page and I don't like that. Like
that kind of sounds like a bait and switch kind of to me.
But I know that there is a percentage of like only so many can go at the top of the page and only so often. And so that's then why you get those higher bids is because,
and I'm sure there's all kinds of disclaimers on the promoted listing page that basically says, we don't guarantee anything.
No. You could be at 100% and it doesn't guarantee you. And honestly, so you want to be what they call above the fold. So above the fold actually refers to newspaper days when the newspaper was folded in half. But it's now what shows up on your screen when you search. So you don't have to scroll at all.
Anything else you want to say to make me feel old?
Oh, yeah, I remember newspapers. So it's what you see when you first
look at the item, search
an item. Those listings are what's considered above the fold. But what's interesting is the top slot is not the highest converting slot.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because people don't want to buy the very first thing they see. There might be something better. And so it's actually kind of in the middle of that screen where you want to be.
Right.
Those are the highest converting slots are in the middle.
That makes sense.
Because people are like, okay, yeah, I see that one. I see that one. Okay, yeah, this is for sure what I want. And then they will buy. So yeah, so those people that are doing those super high percentages, they would probably have a better conversion rate. Probably shouldn't say that even if I wouldn't like it if I said
well, you've got to test it. You know, with everything we talk about on here, you got to test it. Please don't take our
this is just our
ramblings as you know, solid. This is written in stone
for everybody and every product and every business. Yeah, everybody's different.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, you said for the sell of it sells very unique items.
Yeah,
we're not in even the same universe as she is. Yeah. You know, I mean, so
yeah. No, she knows more than
you've really gotta, like you said, you're gonna run some A/B tests. You're gonna run, okay, I'm gonna run one at 15% or whatever, and I'm gonna run another one at 2%, and I'll run another one at 3%, and see which ones
you're getting fancy there.
You're spending all your hard-earned money. I'm sorry. Yeah, but you gotta test it. You can't.
Yeah.
You just can't take anybody's advice on the internet.
Well, and then you can go incognito mode and look at, okay, where's my placement? So if I did 8%, where did I show up versus the same search, you know, a similar item at 3%? And kind of see where am I showing up within search? Is that enough to make a difference? You know, and knowing what is your purpose for this item. Every item that we list doesn't have the same purpose. We want to make a profit on all of them, but sometimes you're listing things just to kind of wake up your store. Sometimes you
push some sales through, and
sometimes you're like, I need to pay the light bill, or you know, whatever expense has happened in your life and you just need money. And so you're looking at these items are now for high conversions. I'm looking to sell items quickly versus, okay, I got this item. I paid up for it. I'm willing to wait. This is a high profit item. The purpose of this item is a big profit. Not every item has the same purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, am I going to see this item again? You know, am I ever going to find another one like it?
Yeah. What's the return rate on this item? What are the chances that this thing comes back and boomerangs? Which is, I need to look at that mark. Yeah, where are my items actually at? Yeah, look at where are your items actually landing in search today. And then you can look at, somebody asked me online how I work the metrics. Look at where your items are actually at, and then who is ranking above you. And assuming that everybody has the same percentage of promoted listings, which of course they don't. But what can you tell about those listings that are coming above you? Are those sellers that have more feedback? Are they sellers that have gotten more positive feedback within the last 30 days?
Do they have different keywords than you do? Yeah.
Yeah. What do their pictures look like versus your pictures? Do they have best offer? Do they, you know, have a sale running? What are the other things? What are the other factors that you can be like, okay, yeah, that these all have free shipping and mine doesn't? Can I adjust my price to still be competitive, but offer free shipping so that I can, you know, be in the pack? Oh, that is ahead of me. That makes sense?
The pack that's ahead of you?
The pack that's ahead of me, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to be in the pack.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to be at that top group and
above the fold.
Above the fold. That's what it's called. It's called above the fold.
I believe you.
You want to be above the fold, but you don't want to be in the top slot.
No, you don't want to be a headline.
No, you don't want to be the headliner.
You want to be the second breaking story.
Yeah. Yeah. Typically it is the third listing that has the highest conversion rate.
Interesting. I wonder what percentage. Like, are we talking, you know, the second one gets, you know, a 20%, as opposed to the third one, it maybe get a 50%. I mean, that would be interesting. We'll never know that because that's going to be the highly guarded.
Well, and I'm sure it varies from site to site, but
yeah, true. Also true.
Generally speaking, when you look at algorithms, it's the third, the third offering that has the highest conversion rate. So it's not the first.
Interesting. I've always strived to be the best, and now I should just.
You really want to be third.
I should just be average.
Yeah, you really just want to be third. So working on that a lot this week. Sorry, my eye itches. Sorry. And then preparing for kind of what I see as the second half of Q4.
Mm-hmm.
So the first half of Q4 is all Halloween.
Which is quickly winding down.
Yeah. If you're shipping things, your shipping window is becoming very narrow to get those products to people before Halloween. It kind of starts with back to school, September 1st, and you get that first half of Q4. And now we move into my favorite part of Q4, which is the Christmas buying season.
Yeah, somebody wants to watch Christmas movies already. What do you think about that? Is before Halloween too early to watch Christmas movies? I vote it is.
I vote it is never too early for a Christmas movie.
No. It's
somebody back me up.
You gotta wait. No. Someone back me up because I'm third.
Because you're third. So we are prepping to get into this second half, looking at what's going to be selling. What are the trends this year that are different than the trends from last year? Looking at where retail. See, Lisa says, love a good Christmas movie.
But when? All the time or after Halloween? See, that didn't answer, Lisa. No, I'm sorry. I'm not counting that. Not going to count that. That's not a win for you. It could be a win for me.
It's a win for me.
All the time. Darn it, Lisa.
See? All the time. It's a win for me. I told you. So looking at the retail forecast for next year, what's that going to mean for our business? All of those kinds of things are things that we have been working on this week and we'll continue to work on.
It's a hamster wheel. It's a hamster wheel of death.
No, it is not. Ooh, my foot fell asleep.
See?
No. We have a good time with it. If we're being honest, we both love to nerd out over the details and the charts and
love it. Love the numbers.
Yeah, the data points and be like, oh, okay.
We're dorks.
Yeah, big time. So that's kind of where we have been this week, kind of where we are going for next week. Be more Amazon. I want more Amazon. But we are trying to slip in some eBay also because you enjoy it. And this is a good time of year to do it. There's good opportunities on eBay all the time, but especially in Q4, just like every other site. So paying a little bit of attention to that this year. Because if we can, why not?
It's more money.
Yeah, it's just more money.
I'm always for more money.
We have kids that are going to have college bills. So
and eat like 10 meals a day.
Yes, that too. So yes. I am also working on another book just because
you just love to write books in fourth quarter.
I do, evidently. That's
all the time we have first, second quarter. Fourth quarter, let's write books.
Let's add back in eBay. Let's add in KDP. What we're going to do anyway.
And watch Christmas movies.
Christmas movies all the time. Yes, exactly. All right. So I think that's it, though, for this week.
I got nothing else.
Matt's got nothing else. So, all right. You guys have a great week, and we will see you next week.